Knick of Time Show. Go check out that show. It's a great show. It's a great show.
New York, New York, big city of dreams. New York, big city of dreams.
Yeah. What's going on? This is Jay Ellis from the Knick of Time Show. Here to give you that Knicks talk just in the nick of time. And guess what, guys? The Knicks just won again, beating the Washington Wizards 145 to 113. And this time, the Knicks didn't have to sweat, all right, to get this win. We got contributions from everywhere. Josh Hart gives you 16 points, 4 assists, 6 rebounds, and was perfect from 3 once again. Karl-Anthony Towns gives you 26 points, 16 rebounds, and a steal. Mikal Bridges gives you 14 points. That's right, 14 points, and was efficient with 6 assists. Mitch with a double-double, 10 and 10. Mohamed Diawara gives you 12 points, and Brunson gives you 23 with 4 assists. And our guy, the man of the hour, Tyler Kolek, all right? Came in here in no time and gave you 11 points on the night. The Knicks did not trail tonight, finally, all right? And put that BTA to the Wizards, winning once again and also scoring over 130 points, leading the NBA in the amount of 130-point games on the season. Also, most in Knicks history at 12. So we're going to talk about it all, the good, the bad, the ugly. And Tyler Kolek, damn it. Jose, watch your job. Okay, so let's talk about it. First and foremost, I'm going to introduce you to my guy. It is the man, the myth, legend, the guy with the stats and facts.
Ryan G in the building. I think Knicks on like a 6-game winning streak, I believe, at the moment, or 7-game winning streak. I'm not sure which one, but yeah, I'm just glad to see that the Knicks are doing very well on this bump trip that they're on right now.
Absolutely. Taking care of business without the heart attack from before. And of course, you already know it is the Latin assassin, ESPN contributor, posting contributor, KOT Substack writer, Lee Scapino, Substack blowing up. Shout out to them. What's going on, Lee?
Speaking of a Substack, I want to start there, man. Before we get into a Tyler Kolek diatribe, I want to give another very solid, very serious and sincere thank you to everyone that's been supporting the KOT Substack. This was an idea that Jay Ellis and I had about a year ago, and we put it into action. And I also have a new blog from Mighty Murphy coming out, dropping tomorrow morning. So excited to have that as well. And listen, man, I don't know what it is about it. Y'all like the ideas. Maybe you like my Chat GPT images that I've been making. But I drop a KOT Substack on Twitter, and minimum, this is the type of reaction I get: 254 likes, 80 saves, 32 shares on the linked tweet alone. 21 likes and 3 shares. My entire KOT brethren, all the beloved sharing it on KOT as well. Much appreciated. I think we had the best Substack in of all the YouTube channels. Yes, I'm biased, damn it. Yes, it's me. I'm the editor. Yes, I'm
So what?
Listen. Informative. And it's Knicks centric, right? I'm not talking about anyone else but the Knicks. These are the articles that most editors wouldn't have the teeth or the stomach to publish, but I'm able to write about it for us because, listen, man, this is where you get the best breakdowns on New York Knicks content.
Exactly. And this is why we like creators who just create for creation's sake, because you get to do things that you normally wouldn't do on other publications and talk about other things you normally wouldn't talk about in other publications. So that's the beauty of doing it yourself. All right. But let's talk about it. Listen, man, shout out to the predicate. Shout out to the predicate, the number 1 Tyler Kolek hive leader in the NBA, in KOT family. I don't know. You and Phil might have to battle it out for supremacy, but I'm rolling with the predicate right now. Tyler Kolek had himself a hell of a day. He had like 11 points with 8 minutes. He scored, 42 points in the G League. He had a 42-point, 11 assist game in the G League. most points scored by a Knick in G League history, in Knick G League history, and he's not a scorer. He's a pass first point guard, scoring 40 points. He had almost half the team and kind of was being overshadowed by the 40-point performance is Mikal scoring 32. So he got two Knicks prospects scoring 70 points in the G League, and he came over here in the regular NBA league and did his thing. Was aggressive, shooting those threes. The cloud was behind them, and it was one of those things that make you go, moments. Like I like Jose. I love what Jose's been doing, but can Tyler Kolek really challenge? If Jose wasn't traded to the New York Knicks, and we didn't give assets for him, can Tyler Kolek really challenge Jose Alvarado? Like, I feel like big politics might get in the way of that, but if it's just game for game, I think there would be a debate. It wouldn't be like a clear-cut winner.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
From one Latin assassin to another, Jose Alvarado. You all know how we felt collectively as a group. We were good on Alvarado being traded to the Knicks because we all felt like Tyler Kolek was the backup point guard at that point, right? We all made strong cases for that. Ryan went as far to say he thought Tyler Kolek would have a key signature moment in the playoffs. And damn it, I agree 100% then. I still agree 100% now. Hey, listen, this is why I'm not the coach of the New York Knicks, because my irrational know-nothing mind, I'm yanking Alvarado out the rotation right now, and Tyler Kolek is a new backup point guard for this team. I think he should be. I think he's the better player overall. I even think defensively, he's the better player. Now, Alvarado has a higher ceiling defensively because of the intangible stuff he does, the grand theft where he stays in the backcourt and then swipes at it, either causes a turnover or he gets the steal. All great, right? But those can be steamed out. But the one-on-one defense I've seen from Tyler Kolek collectively since All-Star break, give me Kolek in a 7-game series over Alvarado, because Alvarado is way too short. He ain't stopping anyone's three-point shot. A closeout's insignificant, and he can't defend the rim. I'm telling you, give me Tyler Kolek. He has that clutch gene. He has that dog mentality. If you put his brain and put Home Daddy's body, he's Tracy McGrady. But unfortunately, he's at Frank Ntilikina's mind and his body. But we're not seeing it in the NBA, right? Kolek has that dog. Diawara has that dog. Even Hart and Mikal have a little bit of that dog, but Tom doesn't. Nevertheless, Tyler Kolek, listen, that's why I would be fired as head coach, right? I can already see the comments coming. But I think Kolek's the better player. I also understand the politics. You mentioned it. Absolutely. He's a veteran. He has seniority. Also, it's a little bit too late in the season to remove Alvarado and put in Tyler Kolek after you trade assets for Alvarado.
Right.
Because it would take a while for Kolek to get into playoff rhythm and playoff game shape. Definitely agree. But is he the better player? No doubt. Listen, the Milwaukee Bucks fans are going to love him this summer. I'll just end it there.
Oh, my God.
They're going to love it. Bucks fans he's going to be the highest selling jersey in Milwaukee next season. I bank on it, all right?
Oh, my gosh. And I'm going to just tell you guys, before we even start the show, we know this is against the Wizards. So I said, you know what? Because we're supposed to beat the Wizards, let's start this show off with a more interesting topic, all right? Well, we'll talk about the game, but we want to talk about Tyler Kolek versus Jose Alvarado just because it's just fun to talk about, all right? Ryan G, what you got, man?
I don't think I'm gonna jump out the window like Lee has, but
Brady.
but I will say this though. Shout out to the predicate, calling Tyler Kolek Tylenol, because after his performance today and at Westchester Knicks and then again with the NBA New York Knicks, I call him extra strength Tylenol because that's what he looked like today for the whole day. 42 points in the G League, then coming to the NBA game and went 4-4 from the field, 3 of 3 from 3. Once he got into the game, I saw him hit that deep three. I was like, yeah, this dude got the NBA Jam fire gene right now because he's on fire. But yeah, I will say this. I know we did bring Jose Alvarado in for defensive purposes, and I think to kind of bridge the gap because Deuce McBride was going to be out for a while. We needed a guard to, I guess, quote unquote, replace that Deuce role till Deuce comes back. whatever the case may be. So I understand why the Knicks went after Jose Alvarado. And I was a fan of Tyler Kolek even before the Jose Alvarado trade. I thought that Tyler Kolek was going to be a backup point guard because I like the fact that when he comes into the game for Brunson, he offers like a switch up because Brunson's a score first point guard and Tyler Kolek is more of a pass first point guard. And I like how the ball moves when he's in the game. So that's why I liked Tyler Kolek. And of course, defensively, there were a few issues, but it does seem like he has improved his defense as of late. And I'll say this: competition is always a good thing. You know what I mean? Like you have Jose Alvarado, he's going to hold down that spot, do the veteran play and things of that nature. But I think the fact that Tyler Kolek can play this well, I think it will apply at least some pressure. And let Jose Alvarado know, like, you have somebody on your back that can possibly take your spot if you're not playing up the standard. So I just like that competition aspect of it, where it's like, you can't be complacent. There's somebody who's paused behind you that can challenge you for your spots. So, so I do like that aspect of Tyler Kolek playing well, because I think it gives it allows Jose Alvarado to not be complacent with his spot with a guy behind him that plays that good.
You know what I want to say? All right, I'm breaking down the sliders in my mind how I see Jose Alvarado versus Tyler Kolek so far, right? So we'll start with the passing. Surprisingly for me, Jose Alvarado's passing is way better than I originally thought it would be. So when I think about Jose Alvarado versus Tyler Kolek when it comes to the assist numbers and the passing, I do give the edge to Tyler Kolek, but it's not as big as I thought it would be. You know what I'm saying? Because Jose Alvarado has had a lot of monster assist games in small time periods. You know what I'm saying? Like there was like even the game when he played the whole game, and he had like a 16.10 assist game. So I give the edge to Tyler, but it's not as much as I thought it would be. The defensively, Lee just said something that I didn't even think about. He said Tyler Kolek is a better defender than Jose Alvarado. I have to think about this real quick. I don't know if I'm ready to say that. Here's what I'll say. I do feel like both of them are kind of short, and both of them can have problems closing out because they both kind of short. They both have like the short arm thing. I do feel like Jose Alvarado has a higher activity level when it comes to one-on-one defense, pressuring people with his hands, and that's why he gets steals. What I've seen from Alvarado sometimes is like the off-ball rotational defense is not always there, but he has that thing where he can just spam a move and get you extra 3 possessions out of nowhere. So when it comes to the defense, I'm not exactly sure if I'm ready to say that Kolek's better defensively than Jose. I think it's kind of close though. The slider for me that I think might actually lean more towards Kolek is I think the 3-point shooting. Even if the 3-point shooting today percentage wise doesn't lean into Kolek's favor, in the future Kolek is going to be a better 3-point shooter than Jose. I can already tell. So if you're thinking long term, we need shooting and we need playmaking. I think Kolek is he's going to end up being a better shooter for sure.
Joe's from AC. Great to see you, brother. One quick retort to that.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, great point, actually. I agree. One-on-one, I'll give the edge to Alvarado. I think in a team defensive scheme, I like Kolek's activity better and Kolek's ability to hold his position and rotate on time more than I do Alvarado. It's the 3-point shot. That is the what goes full tilt for me for Kolek. That's what I think is going to depend Alvarado to stay in the rotation in the playoffs. There could be a series if he's shooting 20, what crack numbers he's shooting right now with the Knicks, 29%.
Yeah, 29%.
That maintains in the playoffs. You just see a series where he's rotated out for Kolek. Maybe he returns to the rotation again that series, but I can see that happening.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if you have anything to add to that, Ryan.
No, I pretty much agree. I do think because with the playoffs, there's always room for other players to kind of sneak into the rotation, especially if your team is playing bad in this series, or you see like somebody's not performing up to par. So I do think that if Alvarado does stink up the joint in one of these playoff series, I can see Mike Brown being like, okay, you know what, Alvarado, sit on the bench. Kolek, I'm gonna put you in and see what you can do.
Yeah, for sure. So keep an eye on that, man. I feel like how Lee said, we're gonna lean on Alvarado no matter how good Kolek is playing. I just like the fact that no matter what happens with Kolek, when every time you feel like, all right, he's about to fade, he's about to be banished to the shadow realm, he's like, no, not yet. Okay, I'm in the G League. You put me in the G League, I would just score the most amount of points in G League, Knicks G League history to let you know that I'm still here. Oh, word, you got a aging backup point guard to try to take my space in preseason, and it's already predetermined that he's the guy. I'm forcing him to retire early so I can be the backup point guard. Like, he just does not go away, and you can't with full conscience just put him in the corner and expect him to just give up, because he just keeps coming. And that's what I respect. That's what I respect about Kolek right now.
I think what Jose Alvarado has in his back pocket as a massive intangible that is keeping him in the rotation is his connectivity with Karl-Anthony Towns. Their usage together works symbiotically in pick and roll coverage on the offensive end, and they are both setting ball screens for each other. They have a real nice pick and pop, almost like that zip pass too, that both of them are able to throw to the other, where they can finish in stride with that without even putting the ball on the floor and dribbling. I think that's going to be a huge point, because Brunson and Cat still don't have elite level connectivity. I think they can, and we will see that improve in the playoffs, because I think we don't really lean into that more than we are in the regular season. Mike Brown's holding his cards to his chest, but Alvarado developing that instantly, organically, with Towns' skill set, that's going to be a huge help for us. When we need a point, we can work on that with that action to get a point in the playoffs.
Good point. Actually, you know what? Yo, AC, I dropped the link for you. If you want to join real quick, we'll patch you in really quickly. And you can get your point. You can get your point off, and then we can get back to the show. Let me know. All right. So if you're ready, you drop that. Come in right now. Did you want to talk about Kolek, AC, or not? I don't even know. Or we can choose topics. Talk about the rest of the game.
He came in on the quick.
Yeah, he came in. All right. Okay. You came in. You don't even have to. Let's see. Let me change.
Came in ASAP.
Yeah. All right. Let's go. They will need to connect their mic cam before. Okay. Do you have a mic, Joe?
Device is not connected.
Okay, his device is not connected. Okay, we're gonna wait for you. Okay, I think we got something going.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Let's go Speedwell or Obi Toppin as avatar. I can't tell.
Looks like Spree.
Looks like Spree to me. I think it's
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, bet. All right, yo, what's good?
Yo, salute. Shout out to you guys. Thanks for having me on the show. Definitely appreciate it.
No problem.
Shout out to you, Esco, and Jay Ellis. Shout out to you guys. I appreciate it. Man, I was really liking what I was seeing tonight. I know we won by like 40-something points, but I've been jumping up and down. I've been saying, man, we got to get Kolek back in the lineup, man. Like, we need to see him out there on the floor. Like, we really need Kolek, man. And I've been saying it for the past couple games, like, when is he going to get some minutes? And then you see it tonight. The Garden was rocking, man. Yeah. It was rocking. Mm-hmm. They were shouting his name, man. They were chanting, Tyler Kolek, Tyler Kolek. Mm-hmm. I was loving it. And just watching him hit that three-pointer when they're all chanting his name, man, I'm like, dude, I've been saying it, man. It's all we need is just like one more ball handler, one more facilitator that can move the ball around, get people to cut. Hey, man, I was loving what I was seeing.
Okay. All knowledge. I like that.
I feel you.
One more thing, and I'll let you guys go again. I just wanted to say, Sohan, man. Sohan was killing it tonight, too. I know he only got like a little bit of feel, but he got 8 points in 8 minutes, man.
Facts.
I've been jumping up and down for Sohan to get some more usage as well, because I feel like he can help us. Even though he's not awesome, like predominantly on the ball, I think he could still be a threat off ball, like when it comes to passing lanes and getting in the lane and trying to get offensive rebounds and stuff of that nature. I think he can really help us, and he brings an element to our team that we haven't really seen as much from from our other guys as of late, like Mikal Bridges and stuff. So I don't know what you guys think, if you want to chime in on some of that. But thanks again for having me on the show, man. I really do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Like, again, salute.
All right. Appreciate you, AC. It's funny. So it's funny that now it's the end of the season now. So the people who used to call in last year, they're starting to ask they're starting to ask to join the show now. And the new format is now StreamYard link. It's no longer Discord and It's StreamYard. It's actually a lot easier than the Discord thing. Actually, honestly. So that is the new format. If you guys want to talk and come up, hit us up, and we'll let you talk for a second. All right. Let's get your thoughts though, Leek. I think you was about to say something about adding Sohan.
Listen, man, this is why I love this channel. The reason I wanted to be on this channel so much, because not just is the panel intelligent, the chat is too, man. JLS has his followers on KOT. They know ball. Everybody, right? Including my pops who watch the show and who's supporting it right now. Joe from AC, man, want to have you back on the show. I like your basketball vernacular. I like the terminology you were using. You were spot on with Jeremy Sohan, too, as terms of an off-ball someone who can repeat the same cuts that OG Anunoby did to the starting lineup. He can bring that off the bench, too. He's also a lob threat. I would much rather see him play small ball 5 minutes in spot opportunities than Hut Porty. You know, I'm the biggest Hut Porty hater, Suts Porty on the team. Listen, that's my own nickname. It's definitely not going to catch on. I'm the only one who's ever going to use it. That's okay. But I like Jeremy Sohan as an option there, and I hope he gets more opportunity. Maybe in the playoffs. Who knows? It's a series where he has a good matchup. Maybe it's Detroit. Maybe it's Cleveland. I'm into it. Thanks for your call, and I would love to hear you come back more and give your thoughts.
Yeah, you know what's funny too? So Mike Brown has been experimenting more with the double big lineup today. The double bigs did a really good job. Both guys had double doubles. Especially considering the Wizards are really small right now at center. So it goes without saying that he's going to punish them. But also, sometimes what happens when the other team goes small is you're afraid to go big or double big because you're like, oh, is the speed going to be able to keep up? And are we going to be able to match the rotations and the speed going up and down the court? And we have no problems doing that with the double big lineup. And this is the second time where I'm like, okay, we didn't match speed for speed. We just punished them and it worked out. Now, here's the thing. We talk about where to use Sohan. Maybe there's two things that could happen if you use the double big lineup more, especially if you play a team like the Cavs. One is it can open up more minutes for Sohan as a backup five.
Okay, I like that.
Or the other thing is you have more minutes for more guards to play because Deuce McBride will be coming back and then go small ball. So that's something. It's just something to think about in the future. Mike Brown has been experimenting with a bunch of different lineups. You've seen a little bit of Sohan. Deuce McBride is on his way back. I'm curious to see how those guys could work into the rotation, and maybe we'll see more small double big lineup if we have other creative lineups on the bench.
Yeah, I'll just add my 2 cents right quick. It's kind of funny because I did mention that in the chat the other day, the KLT chat, saying that, you know, I can see a scenario where if the Knicks do go double big in the playoffs with Cat and Mitch starting in the starting lineup together, that, you know, it's possible where they can, you know, play those two guys and at the same time, you know, don't have to go to Huck Porty, you know, just because, you know, like yeah, Lee hates Huck Porty. We already know that, but, you know, but you know, the other side of us, like, you know, the other people, you know, we kind of, you know, we look at Huck Porty like, okay, he tries, but we know that he's not really ready yet to take on that, you know, that role in the rotation. So so what I was saying was that I think that it's possible where, you know, where you can do that double big lineup with Cat and Mitch, and at the same time, you know, when you have to rest both at the same time, then you have like Sohan play that 5, you know, that small ball 5, and have him, you know, supplement, have him play those minutes so that you don't really have to go to Huck Porty and other guys who are less experienced and not ready to, you know, step up into that spotlight in the playoffs and things like that. So
good take.
And also again too, and I think and what the Jails was saying too about, you know, sometimes you're afraid to go double big because teams, you know, may be smaller and they may use their speed to their advantage and things of that nature. But the reason why I'm not really too scared to go double big, even if teams have more of an advantage by playing smaller is the fact that like today, for example, the Wizards don't really have a guy over 6'8" playing right now. Like the Wizards play a bunch of small lineups. But Mitch out there, Mitch is guarding guards, Mitch is guarding
sir. Yes,
Mitch
sir.
is bigs, and it don't even matter. Like the amount of times I saw Mitch on Sharif Cooper tonight, and Sharif Cooper couldn't even score a bucket off of Mitch. It's crazy to me.
That's a fact.
Yeah, so it's like, so when you have a guy like Mitch where he's a big and he's so versatile like that, where he can guard on the perimeter and he can guard in the paint, that makes it more comfortable to play that double big lineup against teams who are smaller.
Exactly. We've been doing very well matching up with smaller guards, especially the back half of the season. I feel like I don't know what's happening ever since the Knicks Nuggets game, where Mitch had to guard. Who did Mitch? Who? Oh my gosh, I'm having a brain fart right now.
You said the Nuggets?
Yeah, the Knicks Nuggets game. The two stars on the Jokic and Murray. And when Mitch had to guard Murray on the island and bested him like a couple of times, I was like, whoa, wait a minute now. I felt like he might have figured out something else new, and I feel like he's always been good guarding perimeter, but I felt like he's even having more success shutting down guards recently, and the speedy guards too. And where they think that, oh yeah, this is a mismatch, I got this. It's like, no, pass that out, big bro. Pass that out. Like you don't want that smoke. So yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you, Ryan. The double big thing, I think we should explore that a lot more.
Ryan G getting some love for a fire take, much deserved. Well said.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And even Cat, like today, it's funny because Cat didn't get out on shooter today. Like the big man, what's the big man shooter today on the Wizards? I felt like
Gil?
Not Gil. It was Krusevic, yeah. Like there was a couple of times I'm like, yeah, I need to get out on him, Cat, and he didn't.
Right.
But at the same time, at the perimeter, people were trying to shake him up, and he's poking the ball away and causing turnover. So like even Cat's defense at the perimeter has been decent. Like as long as it seems like with Cat, if you keep him out the pick and roll, like he's good in other places, and we can use that. We can definitely use that. And then if he's not good, maybe you have Mitch to cover for him. You know what I'm saying?
Is it just me, or does it look like Mike Brown and the team is starting to kind of feature Karl-Anthony Towns more as if he's the first option in the offense? Brunson's still getting his moments on ball where he's able to hunt and probe. But for the most part, I think Karl-Anthony Towns is starting to get the touches he deserves. He had 13 shot attempts tonight to Brunson's 19. I think there's a concerted effort to keep Brunson over 20 because the stats don't lie. And I think there's also a concerted effort to get Karl-Anthony Towns more involved in different ways and not just kind of as a post-up option or above the break. They're actually actively trying to get him as a screen setter and then also in pick and roll action, whoever the lead guard is out there. So I'm liking it. Tonight, again, he was the best player on the floor. I think he's been consistently the MVP since All-Star break. Hit 7 to 7 free throws. Love that. Man's physical. He plays decisive, smart. He's making quick moves when he catches the ball, not settling for really difficult, ridiculous shots. Had a few bad turnovers, I thought, but he's been a concerted effort to punish the mismatch. And this is the Wizards, who isn't a mismatch against Karl-Anthony Towns. I think that lineup we wrote out, with that lineup I love, by the way, I would, right? Clarkson, Kolek, Alvarado, Diawara, and Jeremy Sohan. That's better than what the Wizards wrote out, man. That's an Elias DeVito like classic lineup right there. It's all oddballs and weirdos and dudes who can do a little bit of everything. Down with it. But Karl-Anthony Towns, the starters, he's anchoring the offense. He's not over dribbling. He's not putting his head down and not looking at the rim and driving straight forward for the offensive foul. 26 and 16, man. 13 shots. To me, superstar. I love the way he's playing.
Yeah. I don't think he's been the first option, but I do feel like the hierarchy is a lot more clear now than what it was before.
Okay. Well said.
Yeah, because I've actually been tracking. I've been tracking the shot attempts after games. And for the last, ever since after All-Star break, he hasn't shot more shots than Jalen Brunson during the game, but he's been within the most part within like 3 or 2 shots of him. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be like Brunson 19, 20, and it'll be Karl like 17. You know, so it's been a lot closer. He's been more involved in fourth quarters in general, and he just seems more confident too. Like the trail threes that he was missing at the beginning of the season are hitting. Like you said, he's not fouling as much, going to the hole. Cat has just been overall better on both sides of the ball. We mentioned it a couple of times on this program already. This might be his best two-way season. This definitely his best two-way season as a Knick for sure.
Best two-way season. This is the best basketball of his career right now, in my opinion.
Right. So it's like this is the type of cat that you can win the championship with. He can give you the shooting, the post ups, and defense. Like that's how you win a chip. Like that's literally how you win a chip. So yeah.
Oh, my main dog just came behind the scenes. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the smartest Knick fans in these YouTube streets. A co-host of the Dope Soul Sports world, a absolute intellect and a great man of integrity on and off the court, someone who really knows ball, someone who's a great leader of men, someone you can lean on for masculine advice, life advice. My main man, Knick Nation, is joining the KOT team. I believe for the first time on camera as a special guest. So good to have you, man. Jay, do you have that foursquare?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's been on one time before.
He might have.
No,
awesome.
nah, this is my first time ever on with you guys.
Okay,
Did you try to get on before? And then did you try to get on before and something happened?
Yeah, what it was, I tried to get on before, but my computer was acting crazy.
That's right. That's what happened. Okay, I know it wasn't crazy.
Great to have you, bro. You know I'm a big fan.
No, I'm a big fan of you guys, and definitely you, Lee. You know what I mean? You wear your heart on your sleeve. I love that kind of shit right there. Excuse the French. Excuse the French.
Yeah. Any thoughts? Any thoughts, Knick Nation?
Well, no, I mean, I was saying, trying to tap into the show with you guys, and it was during the point with Kolek and, things like that. And I wanted to just chime in on that point for me. And for me, it's what it is. I believe that I can teach Kolek some of the things that Alvarado does. I don't think I could ever teach Alvarado the things that Kolek do. They're just, to me, that's the way the line kind of comes in at. He's younger. The floor right now, we're not even really sure what the floor or the ceiling is for him right now, because it hasn't been a point of consistency with him. But I think from year to year, because the hunger that he has, you will see him grow and grow and grow. Just the fact, even tonight, did you see, even after, I think it was on maybe his third or after his third or fourth three, that pass that he put on our other first round pick.
Oh, you're talking about Bacone. Yes,
Bacone,
I know exactly what pass you're talking about. Yeah,
in that corner. You can't teach that.
No,
that's just like something that you have in you. And he put that ball on a beeline. That ball was coming. You know what I mean? So it's things like that where Kolek, where to me, Alvarado will never be able to, right now, the way he is in his career, I don't think he'll ever get there offensively. And I think some of the show things that where he does is, I probably can teach Kolek, hey, guard from 90 feet. You know what I mean? So I can teach him to be aggressive on defense. I can teach him to shield guys, you know what I mean, through their waistline. I can teach him some of those things. And to me, I think he needs to have more of a chance since they adjusted the defense to where they're basically spiraling everybody toward the outside. Really, when that defense got more implemented and they started mastering it, that was the time where all of a sudden Kolek wasn't getting the minutes anymore, and you didn't get to see him as enough in that point of the defensive scheme. So therefore, we're judging him on misconstrued numbers because of where the team was at that point in time. And I just think for to be a young guys, we have two young guys that have high IQs. Kolek has a very high IQ, and Diawara definitely has a high IQ. He does so many intangibles, that things that people are not really looking at, like where he'll run over and he'll see the center coming, and all of a sudden he'll block him out. Where he'll tap his foot into the green as a 20-year-old to know that, hey, I can tap my foot into this green real quick and hold off the player, or he'll swing all the way to the other side to make sure that he gets his arms up at that, at that three-point shooter. where our guys that we basically are vets are not doing some of the things that Diawara is doing. If you guys just watch some of the intangibles that he has, that those are two guys that we must covet, because, hey, this year will pass because time will pass in that sense. We need something for the future. And those guys right now, to me, they really shouldn't be behind some of these guys. They need to be growing right now.
Knicks Nation came in here and just set the whole place on fire. Shout out to Knicks Nation.
Nah, I just listen, man. Yo, Jay, listen. I'm gonna keep it a buck, 100. I've been watching you, like I said, since the point of right before the pandemic hit, and I followed you guys. What's the name here? All that ever since from there on, you know. And I've always been a fan, you know, always back behind the scenes, you know. I'm from New York. I live in North Carolina now, but believe me, you know, I mean, from coming down to the games, following what's named in the streets, you know, I'm 57 years old. So I've seen all through the 90s, the 80s, you know, things like that. So I'm a longtime Knick fan, and definitely a fan of all you guys and a follower. And I definitely will never stop following you guys. You guys are on point. I love the history. You know what I mean, JC? You know, I look back at some of the stuff, and when you were telling us the other day, you are still on the YouTube things for like out in the street and things like that.
Yeah, I was doing a lot. Man, there's a lot of stuff I did.
That's
Yo, people don't know. There's a lot of stuff that I did that people copied. They don't know they copied.
Yeah.
It.
Oh yeah. He looks a little different, you know.
I look a little, you know what I'm saying?
But I was like, yo, that's a G right there. That's what's up, though, fellas.
Yeah. I appreciate you.
I just really wanted to pop on real quick, you know, say what's up to you guys. You know what I mean? Appreciate the love. I saw the link in the chat thing. I said, oh, let me try to jump in there with you guys. Say what's up, though. Much appreciated, guys.
Absolutely, yo. Much love.
All right, fellas. I'm gonna duck out and, you know, be a listener. You know what I mean? I'm always in the chat. Love you guys. Always checking for you, for sure. And listen here. Tell those ladies I said what's up, because, yo, the two of them are on point for sure. And big shout out to my youngest. I want to shout out to my youngest Knick fan.
Yeah.
I love what she's on this thing here. That's how a kid should really be. A kid that just being a kid. I love to see that stuff. She's constructive. She wants to do her thing. She learns how to play. Those are creative moments. We need to stop handing them all this other stuff, because I don't know. It's like sometimes some of them going the other way. That's another long story, though. But much appreciated, fellas.
Appreciate you guys.
Salute, guys. Thank you.
Salute. Let's go.
One love.
All right. Yeah. All right. Yo, KOT, man. KOT followers. They be knowing it.
Bro, Knick Nation is one of the best men here in the Knick fandom. He's a stand-up person, high integrity, high intellect, high morals. He's definitely someone that all of us can look up to, not just on the basketball court, but just how to live life. And he's one of my favorite reasons. I have lots of reasons for watching Dope Soul Sports, but he's definitely at the top of the list. And he's been a hardcore supporter of KOT too.
Yeah, support.
In these trenches.
Yeah, support. Yeah, you said before. You said before. That's 20. That's 20.
Like
before pandemic. That's 2018, 2017. You was here for damn near the inception.
Facts.
All right, I want to touch on some of the. I want to echo or expound on some of the points that he talked about. He said a lot. He talked about Tyler Kolek and not getting the chance to be seen in the defense, and that's why he's seen in a certain light. I don't think it's a thing about. That's the only thing I disagree with you with. Like, I don't think Tyler Kolek was ever seen not in a good light. I think the Knicks front office just saw Jose as a guy who's more proven in the playoffs, and they want to go with the guy more proven than the guy that they're still figuring out what it is. I think that's just it. And even with us too, we were kind of going back and forth with that same sentiment. Like, there were games where we were like, "Yo, Kolek is killing it right now," and there was games just like, "Damn, is he ready? Is he ready for the physical defense?" And it was kind of a back and forth. And right before Jose got here, I don't remember exactly where Kolek was, but like I feel like I don't feel like he was in a bad place before Jose got here. I just feel like was a guy here and he took a spot. Go ahead, Lee.
Yeah, I want to back up something Knick Nation said too, and that's a great sign that I'm on the right track for my Nets Substack article. I've been doing deep dives on Brendan O'Connor's adjustments to the Nets defense, and what Knick Nation was referencing is a Tom Thibodeau special, icing the ball handler, which is funneling the offense, the point of attack offense to the side. Right. I've been doing a lot of research and learning like the schematics of it. What I think he's pointing to, and he can correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. I think what would happen previously when they weren't doing that and they were funneling everything down the middle, it gave opportunities for ball screens to be used for Tyler Kolek to be put in the action and Jalen Brunson to be put in the action. Now you're icing that screen as one of two things. Either it keeps the action away from the guys you're trying to hide and by the perimeter. You're also delaying them getting to their actions to where Kolek can kind of be shifted or moved around in pre-switch opportunities or just kind of stay in the corner and guard the weak side. But that limits the opportunity for our opponents to really attack him in space and get easy buckets to the basket. So it makes him a less liable defender. All he has to do is pull his weight and the team's team and be part of some of those icing opportunities. And I think he can do that, which is why I like him better as a team defender than an individual defender. Knick Nation, if you're still in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's what he's saying, and I agree 100%. I just think it's too late in the season to yank Alvarado to the politics you point to, Jay Ellis. We traded for him. We gave up an asset for him. He has seniority. He has great playoff experience, actually. Yeah. He was a key figure when New Orleans played Phoenix 4 or 5 years ago. Like, there's a highlight reels in overtime. So I get it. But Kolek, bro. Kolek's a dog. If not this year, very soon he'll be a playoff performer.
Yeah, I'm having flashbacks of him versus CP going crazy.
Yeah.
So I can't get that out of my head. So I get it. Oh, so go ahead, Ryan G.
No, I'm just going to say something really quickly because I definitely agree with Knicks Nation on one thing that he said, because Kolek and DOR, right? I want to see them grow as well. Like, I want to see them getting playing time. I do want to see them growing as well. But here's the thing, because as you know, James Dolan put a lot of emphasis on this season, saying that he expects the Knicks to make the finals and he expects the Knicks to win it all. So from that standpoint, when you hear the owner saying things like that, I think it makes it hard for the head coach to be like, you know what? I'm going to trust this rookie to come to the rotation and play very good playoff minutes this season, or I'm gonna trust this second-year player to play very good minutes in the playoffs. That makes it more of a priority to be like, you know what? Since there's so much pressure on me to win the championship this season, let me try to get veterans in that can play those good minutes off the bench, instead of trying to trust a rookie or a second-year player, although that rookie and second-year player has shown that they can probably be trusted with the IQ and what they've been showing while playing. So I think that's the reason why, like, for example, DOR has been getting those string of minutes, and then all of a sudden, once Clarkson got the opportunity to get back to the rotation, he's been playing well. All of a sudden, that pushes DOR back. Or with Kolek, the Knicks felt the need to be like, okay, you know what? Yeah, Deuce is going to be out for a while. Let's bring in another veteran guard to come in and kind of play those minutes while he's out, and bring in Alvarado. So I think if there wasn't as much pressure on Mike Brown to actually go all the way this season, I think maybe that would have left the opening to be like, okay, you know what? Let's develop Kolek. Or, you know what? Let's develop Diawara, going forward. But I think since there's so much pressure on the team this season to actually make it that far, that's why I think Mike Brown is more so being like, you know what? Let me look for that veteran, I guess leadership coming off the bench, as opposed to like trusting 1-2 year players to kind of like take the lead.
And you know what else too? It's like we talked about we talk about how expensive it is to get two-way wings here. So it's like, why don't we? I know B was talking about earlier in the group chat, talking about we need a bigger player here. Why go after Jose? Because wings cost more in general. So there's more. I feel like there's going to be more opportunity for Diawara to get more chances just because he's a wing. You know what I'm saying? I think there might be a little bit more of opportunity for him in the playoffs just because he's a wing. And today, I'm sorry, I'm distracted right now. there's a horn outside of my house and it's messing up my thoughts. It is just I was like, oh.
Let's be a Nets fan.
Real. But I really love what Knick Nation said about the Aurora. And he talked about his intelligence, and he talked about the small things, the things that you don't really see, the things that causes the player to go awry that you didn't see because the big was trying to get an offensive rebound and he spotted it quickly and was able to switch on him. So now we got the rebound. Like small things like that. I love that he pointed out because this is one of the reasons why I feel like he's the leapfrogged Dadier. Is because of the small things. He's active defensively. He's active and since he's got here. He's picked up the schemes faster. Even his passing, like the driving kicks have been above average reads from day one.
Yes.
Like this, there's times when I'm watching him go to the hole and he sees and I'm watching from my couch and I can see the whole screen. And he somehow sees a pass I didn't see from sitting back watching the whole thing. And I'm just like, man, his basketball IQ is really high. And it sucks that Shamit is nursing a knee, but it's also a great opportunity for Diawara to show that I can be consistent and hit these threes and play defense. And that's what he did today. That's why I really like Diawara's game today for sure.
Yeah, he's not indecisive at all. Quick triggers within the offense, which kind of keeps the spacing going. It keeps the defense from being able to load up on Brunson or Cat when we start featuring them to try to get them going in the offense. He does not hesitate. And as you said, his reads are immaculate for a rookie. Not for an NBA player, but for a rookie, incredible. Which, again, I've said this before, all the things he's great at can scale as a seventh man, can scale as a rotational piece, and in my opinion, can scale as a starter into an all-star spot. So I'm looking forward to him continuing to build his game, I would say, in the mid-range. That's the next step, right? Watch tape of your teammates. Watch OG. Watch Mikal Bridges. Watch Josh Hart and how they attack the blitz and how they work within the short roll and the type of decisions they make and those type of reads when you're not just facing single coverage, the weakest defender on your opposition team, which he's usually faced up against, but you're facing a wall or you're facing the center or you're facing a power forward and you have to make the right read. In those situations, that's going to determine his next step.
Hold on a second. I think I just got some big news. Somebody check the score, please. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. That's what I saw. It was a close game. I saw the Timberwolves are actually behind. Did Julius and Dante do us a solid? Salute. Knicks greats. Is that
Randall
true?
Had 9. Randall had 9 points. So it was 3 of 14.
Oh man. Even with a bad Randall game, they still won that game.
Yo. Bones Highland off the bench, 23 points. Ball.
Ooh.
Woo. Absolutely. Thank you for doing your duty and being the Celtics. This gets interesting, guys. This makes it interesting because the Knicks still got bottom feeders left in the tank. And we played the Celtics. When did we play the Celtics? That's a big
we do play the Celtics one more time.
That is a
half game back, brother.
You're a half game back now with that loss. That's big. And we played hold on. Hold on. I gotta pull up the schedules now. Hold on.
And you know who Boston plays next, my friends?
Who?
The OKC Thunder.
Woo! Let's get it.
And I also believe that if the Knicks win, because I think right now they say the Knicks have the division tiebreak over the Celtics. If the Knicks beat the Celtics, the next time they face each other, the Knicks will own all tiebreakers against the Celtics as well.
What's crazy is for the rest of the season, they play all playoff teams with the exception of the Pelicans. Their schedule moving forward is as such: Thunder, Hawks, Hornets, Hawks, Heat, Bucks, Raptors, Hornets, Knicks, Pelicans, Magic. Grimy.
Okay, all right. That's just okay. The Hawks, I don't believe the Hawks. I mean, they're better, but they were in a 9-game winning streak. But I feel like the first time they played like a real team, they lost. So not that I don't believe the Hawks, but
they can beat the Celtics in a single game in the season. That's an Let's go. Let's go.
Oh my gosh. Interesting. But this is turning out to be very interesting because I feel like the Knicks on the flip side, we have a couple of tough games, but not as many as the Celtics. We got we got OKC Rockets, Celtics are the tough games that stand out to me. Then I think we play the Hornets a couple of times. We haven't played this version of the Hornets, but I think our schedule is a lot easier.
Yeah, I don't think moving from third to second helps us with matchups because all the matchups to me are about equal competitive level. It's more about having home court advantage into the second round and beyond. Because the teams that are all, it's like a 1.5 game difference between the Heat, the Magic, Philly, Atlanta, Toronto. So I'm actually cool with all of those. My preference is not to play Philly. I think that would one that would make us have to exert the most energy. I would love to play the Raptors or the Hawks, so that would be a 5. Listen, man, I'm not trying to take anyone too easy, but that would be a very chill first round opponent.
Yeah, we haven't had a chill first round.
Bro, we haven't. Not even the Hawks in 2021. I thought it was chill, and it was a smack.
Facts. So yeah, it's getting interesting, guys. It's getting interesting. Things that make you go. Oh man, woo! Thank you for the update, man. Thank you for the chat for the live updates. Other people want to talk about today that we did not get to. Man, one of the guys. There's a couple of reclamation people to talk about today.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I'm just pass the ball to Lee. I'm just pass the ball. Let's go ahead, Lee.
All right, y'all know I've been hella harsh on Mikal Bridges, and none of my long-term sentiments have changed at all. But I do want to give props to both him and our good friend from the YouTube channel down the street, Raw Hebrew Remnant, has been giving some excellent analysis on his channel. Was watching his live stream today, and he was talking about how the Knicks defend the weak side, especially concerning closeouts. And so with that information, I watched this game specifically for that. And I need to give Mikal Bridges props for 2 things. First of all, shout out Raw Hebrew for even seeing that. How many other YouTube channels are even talking about those type of dimensions in the game? That's a game within the game, and he's one of the few people who's even able to see that. So shout out to him. Mikal Bridges is, I think, the best on the team at defending the weak side and ensuring that whoever is on the weak side, typically, as Raw put it, the other team's best shooter is there. Tonight, maybe that was Dill or maybe it was Vucevic. I'm not sure. All of them filled that role in this game. Multiple occasions they were in those spots within their set plays. But I liked how Bridges was so sharp on his hedge recover and so sharp at closing out. Not just closing out to the shot, knowing when the ball was going to be there for that weak side shooter and getting there immediately to be able to put his hands up and make it very difficult for them to get any type of shot off except for a Kobe fadeaway 3-pointer, which they didn't even dare to try. Instead, they passed the ball out, 8 more clocks out, more seconds on the clock out on their offensive set and forced either a bad shot, a violation, or a turnover. Shout out Mikal Bridges for being the best on the team at defending the weak side. Those are the things, the intangibles that you don't think about when you're thinking about, is this the worst trade in its history? So was he worth 5 picks, right? All the analogies and narratives that I throw out on this show and I write about, it's great to acknowledge that because those are the type of things that win playoff series, right? Those can be the defining factors defensively, as he was in his Jaylen Brown when he blocked that shot and sealed the win against Boston. They matter. And he, to me, is a playoff riser, and he brings true playoff intangibles to the game. And am I still low on him? Absolutely. Do I still think it was the worst trade? Absolutely. But it doesn't mean I can't accept reality and see the evidence before me and say it what it is, which is clutch defense. The other thing, if this is who Mikal Bridges is at this point in his career, and he's going to attack in the short roll and pass out instead of getting that easy layup, but even on single coverage, which he did tonight, at least his reads are elite. He does a really great job of finding the shooter and hitting them in the pocket and making for a really nice 3-point shot. That's why he usually finishes a game with 4 or 5 assists. He's not just a great playmaker and passer. He's also great at getting the shot in a perfect position for someone to either catch and shoot or do a quick pump fake, sidestep, and then shoot. Shout out Mikal Bridges for doing the little things that win games and always playing elite defense, even when he's shooting civil rights numbers.
Yeah, and this is why and listen, man, history tells you that even though you're low on Mikal Bridges right now, history tells you that when the playoffs come, he possibly could show up and win us a couple of games, whether it be on the defensive side of the ball or offensive side of the ball. Now, here's the thing between Tom Thibodeau and Mike Brown. one of the masterful things that Mike Brown has done is taking Mikal Bridges off ball more as a point of attack defender and use him more as a weak side defender, which is actually his strength.
Yes.
And it's funny because like you're saying this, War Hebrews is saying that. Shout out to Raw. But there's also been numbers going around Twitter that kind of illustrate the same thing, that defensively he's been elite off ball, and you're not seeing his impact on the game because he's not scoring a lot of points. But you're seeing this impact through the deflections and the little micro rotations that keeps the ball away from the guy who's the high hand. Things like that is what he's been valuable for this team on top of the assists. Now we want him to score more points. We want him to be more aggressive. Absolutely. We want him to be more efficient. Absolutely. But those are the things that he's giving us from game to game, and that's why I'm gonna keep hope that he comes up big for us in a series or a game or something. Considering he's right now he is the fourth option right now. Like OG is 3. OG is solidified as 3. I have no problems with that because he can get to the rim and score and shoot threes. Cat is 2. Brunson is 1. That's what it is right now. If Bridges is going to give you the fourth option and give you defense, I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm just going to say this right quick on Bridges. I think with Bridges, well, at least my criticisms on his game so far this season, I think outside that short stint, I think early this season, like defensively, I've really had no issues with Bridges. Like Bridges defensively shows up more often than not. It's only the offensive side of the ball where I'm like, all right, like what's going on, because you're a guy that can score the ball. It's not like you struggle on offense. Bridges is a guy that he can play make a bit. He can score a bit. He can actually produce offensively. And I think the lack of aggression at times on offense was where I really had the true issue with Bridges' game. But at this point, you're right. Like, he is a fourth option. Brunson, Cat, OG is all over him at the moment. And yeah, like, if he could produce games like this where it's like an efficient 14 points, efficient 15 points, I'm cool with that with Mikal Bridges. I just want to see him be a bit more aggressive on the offensive side of the ball at times. That's all I really ask of him. But defensively, I never really had a big issue with Mikal Bridges because more often than not, defensively, he shows up.
Yeah, if he's not going to make himself better on offense, which is like the rare inverse in the NBA, at least he makes his teammates better on offense, which is what I tried to articulate with the reads that he makes in the short roll. I wish he was actually go up and just take the shot. We could use his 80% at the line for free throw shooting. But 6 times tonight on 6 of 11 shooting, plus 28, best team high best. Listen, man.
Yeah.
At least he's doing that, right?
Exactly. And I felt like he was handling the ball more at the beginning of the season too. Maybe because we was unsure of our point guard situation from the backup spot. So I wonder if that has anything to do with the flow of his offense from the first half of the season to now. Random thought. But yeah. He's still an enigma offensively, but I'm hoping he comes around still. I'm hoping he does. Reclamation project number 2. Another person who's been said to be one to be taken out of the starting line, not by himself because he wants to start, but by fans. And this dude is on a heater right now. He could not hit a 3 for most of the second half of the All-Star break. All of a sudden, 2 games straight, he's hitting 3s. He's perfect. He's now hit 9 straight 3s between this game and the game before, which is crazy. The Knick record for most 3s without a miss is 10. And if he hits his next 3, he will tie the Knicks record. So hopefully he's not listening to this and jinx himself. But Josh Hart, man, he went off the last game he played. All of a sudden, he just broke out of his slump from 3-point shot. Now, when Josh Hart hits a 3, he's damn near a perfect player. Damn near. Not only that, I thought defensively he was really good today. Like really good, causing turnovers, being active with his hands, and helping us get into fast break situations. So, welcome back, Josh Hart, to two-way ball.
When Josh Hart shoots a 3 well, we're unbeatable. There's not a single team in the NBA. Yeah, I'm talking about the Spurs. Yeah, I'm talking about the Rockets. Yeah, I'm talking about the Nuggets, the Thunder. No one can beat us because when he hits that three, the defense is now forced to find a new scheme.
Yep.
Because everyone's either putting their center or their weakest defender or a bench player once they come in on Josh Hart, and they're living with him taking and making threes. But if he's shooting at a 43, 44% clip at 4 or 5 at game volume, we're unbeatable because now you have to take that player off of him, put someone who's actually guarding the three-point line. That's one less man that's going to be doubling, one less guy who can't hedge and recover because if he's shooting 45%, now you're going to yank to have a lineup for missing your assignment and not closing out. It changes the defense for everybody. Brunson sees easier lanes. Town sees one on the ball. OG has open shots in the corner because guys are tilting toward Hart's geometry. And within the offense, that is our last gear to me. That's the best version of us. That's the ultimate Pokemon evolution. Super Saiyan Goku is when Josh Hart is hitting his threes because, again, there's not a team out there that I can see. Maybe a Heatles Miami or a San Antonio Spurs early 2010 or a death lineup with Kevin Durant. That could beat us.
Yeah.
But in this current landscape, there is no team that can beat us when Josh Hart is hitting his three because everyone is getting 5-10% easier shots.
I agree 100%. Like, what are you going to do then? There's nothing you can do. And it's like, on top of that, now you got a single coverage Cat and Brunson now because Josh Hart is banging three. What are you doing? It's over for you. Just go to the next game already if that's the case. and then it's like, and the way OG is now, OG shooting threes, and now he can head fake and dunk on whoever's in the lane. Like, Josh Hart is the freaking Thanos emerald thing. Like everything. Listen, Cat is playing defense this year. Miracles are happening. Okay.
Yo, for real.
Cat is playing defense. If Cat is playing defense and Josh Hart is shooting threes, mail us the chip right now. That's that. What else? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do if Cat's playing defense and Josh is shooting threes?
There's nothing you can do. We're gonna win.
Winning. That's it. Fast forward. Okay, see, let's get this over with.
Yep.
All facts.
Fast forward to the matching snuggies that got me and Jay Ellis.
Hey, yo.
Come on, man. It's all positive. Hey, friendship, man. It's the power of friendship. The Knicks have Josh Hart, Bridges, and Jay Ellis, and Brunson. I got Jay Ellis. That's my homie, man. I want to give him a big snuggie hug, and we win the championship. Listen, the snuggie is going to be the championship ring, right? All over the snuggie. So, listen, man, we're celebrating this chip, all right?
Okay. Lee and I have gotten very close this season. All right. Snuggie close? I wouldn't say snuggie close.
We're not sharing the same snuggie.
We're not sharing the snuggie. We're not matching this. I'm not going to own a snuggie.
Share the snuggie is crazy. That's OG right there. Nah,
I did not say share a snuggie. I did not say share a snuggie.
Snuggie. Wild.
Like, I don't get it. Like, these Nuggets are gonna have like one is gonna have like Brunson's whole face and the other is gonna have Josh Hart's whole face. Like, I'm trying to figure out like what these Nuggets are gonna look like.
I was gonna give you a hug if you wanted to chip, but I'm gonna have to give you a high five.
Oh, damn, we win the trip. I immediately get the Zoom link. Cancel the flight. We'll just Zoom.
It's gonna be the new roommates podcast.
Bro.
Ellis and Lee.
Nah. Post cancel video that roommate. Joe is canceled. All right. You would not Josh Hart nothing. All right?
He's not going crazy, man. Oh my God. That did not come out the way I wanted it to.
Oh my gosh. Oh man.
Oh man. Stick a thumbs up the butt and everything.
Yo, hell no.
No.
Oh, bruh. My bad, yo.
All right. Too far. All right. All right. Anybody else? Now the KOT, I might have to sell. Nah, I might have to. I might have to do it. I might gotta do it now. Y'all forcing me to do a KOT.
Come on with the KOT onesie.
Yeah.
What about a Lee Shiesty and a JL Shiesty?
KOT Shiesty.
Oh man.
All right. Oh man. All right. Anybody else you guys want to talk about?
Well, I do want to say one thing though.
Okay.
I want to give this player his props because I feel like out of all the Knicks players as of late, it doesn't matter the opponent, it doesn't matter who he's matched up with, it doesn't matter whether it's a starter, bench player, big, small, it don't matter who he's matched up against. He shows up every single matchup, and I just want to big up Big Mitch right now because to me, that's the one player on the team who's playoff ready because it don't matter who he's going up against. He's bullying everybody right now, and I just want to give Big Mitch his props. To me, that's the one player on the Knicks who's playoff ready right now.
Yeah, defensively, he's been asinine. I feel like he's gone another level as far as his rotation blocks. Like I feel like he stepped up and deferred penetrators and blocked the crap out of a couple of balls. People going to the hole. So defensively, he's been kind of I feel like he's been a little bit of our conscience lately. It's funny. Last game I talked about how we're not respecting the game, and we're not respecting opponents, and that's why we're in the situations we're in. And I don't know, is Mitch watching the show now? Because he forbade him and said we're not respecting the game on his last postgame show, his last postgame interview. And I think they brought that energy into today. We didn't actually trail today. The closest it got was tied in the second quarter. Then we put that BTA on them, and we did our thing. Now, granted, 3-point defense slipped a couple of times, but at least we didn't have a heart attack. So stepping in the right direction. But big shout out to Mitch. We had a really good game today.
10 points, 10 rebounds. Never trade Mitch. I think if he played more minutes and played more games, he should be the lock for Sixth Man of the Year, in my opinion. I think he should earn his first all-defensive team this year as well. But, if he doesn't make the thresholds, which I don't have those numbers off the top of my head, but the impact, the performance, there's a huge reason why we are top 5 in defense is because of Mitch Robinson's versatility on the defensive end. His ability to guard the rim, also close out, his ability to just be locked and loaded for every scheme that Brandon O'Connor, our defensive coordinator, rolls out. He's been elite at. He's also been more aggressive offensively, not just as a lob threat, but a putback threat. So when he catches the ball, he's not afraid to do that one dribble and go all the way to the rim. Mm-hmm. Listen, even if he doesn't clear it and he gets fouled, I like that. I like that aggressiveness because you have to defend him in that space, which then it opens up things for our shooters, specifically our corners, right, who then can back cut maybe, and they're there for the offensive rebound with a Hart or an OG. They can put it back too. So it helps with the wheel, schematics, and the Princeton principles that we use. Shout out Pittsburgh Timmy. And I love the aggressiveness I've seen from Mitchell Robinson. Everyone on this podcast feels the exact same way about him. I even think we'd have Fritz and Phil as a part of the Never Trade Mitch Tadre because of how much he impacts the game. Defensive end, he's a secret weapon, man. No other team in the NBA really has something like him besides Gobert.
Nah, great. Agreed. And it's funny, too. I started to notice that he's having a lot more he's being more aggressive on the offensive glass, not getting offensive rebounds, but like putting it back. Yeah. I don't think he's always kicked it out before, but now I feel like he's mixing it up, where he's mixing up, putting it back up and getting a little and ones, or at least trying to get an and one because he doesn't always hit the free throw. But but I think he did a good job of just kind of mixing in putbacks this time. Also, too.
His kickouts are underrated. He's an underrated passer on those kickouts too.
No, listen, yeah,
he's solid for center.
No, for sure. I felt there was one time there was a really obscure stat in the league last year. Was it last year or the year before, where they said he led the league in 3-point makes after offensive rebounds. I forgot. That was I don't remember if that was last year or the year before.
That's a stat, bro.
Yeah, that was a crazy stat. So he still has that. and he's still bringing it this year on the offensive board. One more person I want to mention to ho hum Jalen Brunson. Another game where he scored over 20-something points efficiently. He was cooking everybody. I'm mentioning it today because there's been a thing with Brunson where he hasn't been super efficient after All-Star game, and he was. I'm looking for his numbers right now. What was his? Let's see. But he was efficient today. He was definitely efficient today. So I think this is his third game where he's been efficient out of 4. So, and that's what you want to see from Jalen Brunson heading into the All-Star break. You want to see him sharp, getting into his mid-range game, diving the ball up, playing defense. I think he's going to be fine. He's ramping up for the playoffs, and people who were concerned about his output, I think they're going to quickly realize how silly that was. All right, yo. Arnold mentioned Jordan Clarkson.
Yes.
Who had 8 points, and the defense, man, like, you're getting me on your side, Jordan. You're getting me on your side because I was definitely through with you. But my man's picking up full court or 3/4 court defense. Like that's what I like to see, man. He's really turned it up defensively, and I appreciate your professionalism, and those mid-range shots over tall people are tougher and more efficient. So yeah, shout out to Jordan Clarkson.
Well, I mean, again, the simplification of O'Connor using those ice screens, it helps not just Kolek, it helps Clarkson even more because Clarkson's actually playing minutes in the rotation. He's a big part of that too. I think Clarkson would much rather pick someone up half court and funnel them to the side than automatically a ball screen. All of a sudden, he's facing a Jaylen Brown, a Tatum, and Anthony Edwards. That's where when he's put in the blender, that's when the fans really turn on him because he combats that with really difficult fadeaway 12-foot shots, right? That are the most difficult 2-pointers you can possibly take. So listen, less effort on defense. He has more effort for offense, and he can start taking better threes and have his legs under him when he lifts in the corner. I love it. I hope he maintains his play. I would love to see him in the playoffs. The way that Ryan feels about Kolek, I feel about Clarkson having a big moment in the playoff series.
Absolutely. All right, yo. I'm good. I'm good talking about everything we need to talk about. Is there any picks, bro picks?
Yes, sir.
We got Ryan G. If you don't know, if you don't know what a bro pick is something stupid, dumb, and idiotic that you just want to say is stupid, dumb, and idiotic, and we give it a bruh here. We call that a bro pick. Ryan G, what are your bro picks today?
Well, first and foremost, want to big up St. John's Red Storm for making to the Sweet 16. Tough game against Kansas. Game-winning layup. Good job, Red Storm, repping for New York City.
All right. St. John's in the building. New York, stand up. All right, let's go.
Yes, sir. My first broad pick goes to Jose Alvarado. Because I wasn't here for the last podcast to give this broad pick, but remember when we gave Alan Hahn the broad pick?
Yes.
For saying what he said about the hot tub comment he made to Josh Hart.
Right.
Alan Hahn kind of blew up Josh Hart's spot because as the interview was going on, Jose Alvarado kind of snuck behind Josh Hart and was, putting his hand somewhere it wasn't supposed to be, and it was definitely a broad pick.
I think it was it the 2-finger gun booty poke?
Yeah, so something like that. But he was poking it where you're not supposed to poke it.
This team, man. My man, you're supposed to be from Brooklyn, bro. Like, you can't be doing that. You can't. You might have to take your card or at least put it on layaway or like on the top shelf or something where you can't reach it. Because like that was egregious. You can't be
for real.
Like what? Since when did we frat?
My next broad pick goes to Champagne on the Wizards because, as you know, last night the Wizards and Thunder got into a bit of a brawl, and my dude got kicked out of the game because he pushed Mitchell in his I think he kind of pushed him in his face, kind of mushed him a bit, and then Mitchell got mad and was going after him, and they had to split up that whole fight and everything. But it's like the dude's from New York City.
Yo,
He knew he was going to play in Garden at the Garden the next night, and he proceeds to start a fight and get kicked out of the game, so he gets suspended for the game at the Garden. Like, come on, my guy, come on.
So,
Bruh.
how many Brooklyn dudes fought this year? So we had Champagne from Brooklyn pushing people. We had Jose Alvarado swinging on a dude 6'10". This is
Isaiah Stewart.
Isaiah. Oh, that's wrong.
Yeah, he upstate New York, but New York.
Yeah, it's New York. Yes, it's New York.
Yeah.
Get it together, bro. This is why they started gentrifying us, because y'all acting crazy right now.
That's funny as hell.
Oh man, for real. And my last bro pick kind of hits close to home because my beloved Arsenal, who it's been a struggle winning trophies as of late. They had a chance to win a trophy earlier today, the Carabao Cup, and they lost that game. And it's one of those things where it's like, there's teams I care about a lot. Like the Knicks, I care about a lot. The Giants, I care about a lot. When those teams lose, like in the past, used to ruin my day a whole lot. But now, since I've gotten older and more mature, like I don't make it ruin my day as much. Me watching that final, seeing the way Arsenal's been playing this season, I'm like, yeah, this season's going to be different. Like this team is focused. This team is winning. This team is playing with mental toughness, and then just to see them lose again in a game that really matters, I'm just like, I was so pissed off earlier today. Like nobody could talk to me. I was like, no, don't speak to me. Don't talk to me. Like just leave me alone. And they still have chances to win trophies this season. They're on top of the Premier League. They can still win that. They can still win Champions League. They can still win the FA Cup. But there's like me watching that game. I'm just like, yo, are they going to even win the Premier League? If they make it to the FA Cup final, are they even going to win the final? If they make it to the Champions League final, are they even going to win the final? And then it's like all those like thoughts creep up in my head again. I'm just like, I was so confident about this team early in the season, just to see them lose another final. I'm just like, yo, what's going on? And like, it kind of reminds me of my Knicks fandom in a way, because it's like, Arsenal hasn't won a Premier League title since 2004, which is like not as long of a wait as the Knicks, where the Knicks haven't won since like 73. So it's not as long as a wait. I mean, it's not as long of a wait, but at the same time, it's like you see the team just get close so many times, and then just not able to like get over the top. And it's like the same thing with the Knicks these past seasons. Like the Knicks been close like several years, and it's like, yo, when is this team going to get over the top? And yeah, I got to give my Arsenal a bro, because they really upset me today, man. I was so pissed off earlier today. I didn't want anybody speaking to me earlier today.
Feel you. That's why you was a little late today. I got it. All right, man. Solid bro picks. Lee, I feel like Lee has something. You have something?
I don't have a bro or a new, but I do just want to like lift up two great Knick content creators and fans, two of the ladies of a community. The first one is my homegirl Yanni on Twitter. Sad Girls Go Gym. Jim spelled with Jim. She lost her brother this on Friday. Not going to go into the details of what happened. If you're friends with her on Twitter, you'll see. Very dark, very depressing, but please keep her in your prayers. Her niece, I believe, is 12 years old, left behind. So, you know, moms are very important to me. I was partially raised by a single mother, and she's my best friend. So anytime I hear about that, you know, Yanni's also a mother, and she's having a deal with losing her brother. I can't imagine what that's like. So keep her in your prayers, and also uplift all the KOT team. But my sister, Ebony, you know, just I'm not going to go into details again. Just, you know, everyone's going through their thing. It's even while there's World War III happening outside of our door, the people are still dealing with personal lives. It can be very heavy and very trying. So if you have any interest in reaching out to either of them or wanting to help either of them out, just hit me up on Twitter. You know, or hit up Jay Ellis, and he can kind of direct how to get a hold of them. But yeah, keep both of them in your prayers. I'm praying for them daily. Got all my prayer warriors, especially for Ebony, who's my sister. Miss having her on the show. But I just want to mention them and lift both of them up. I'm someone who believes in the power of prayer, so I'm not giving up in terms of their situations turning around. Just think about them, pray about them, send that love.
Absolutely. Salute to them. Salute to them. Whew. All right. Heavy. All right, yo. That is the show. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you like that show, man, hit the like and subscribe. We have to every game talking Knicks basketball, especially you guys on YouTube. We got 50 right here on YouTube, and maybe around 60 on Twitter. So if you guys on Twitter, you're enjoying the show, you're loving the vibe, you're loving the camaraderie, the conversation, the jokes, even the inappropriate ones, the ones that are on expense. If you enjoy all that, minus the snuggies. Subscribe, man. You just come over from Twitter, head up to YouTube, subscribe. You know, you're more likely to get on the little Summer Jam screen thing if you're on YouTube. I'm not gonna hold you, give them priority a little bit. But yeah, subscribe to the channel, man. And also, you know, sometimes you let people up and talk their stuff. If you have something to say, as long as you're respectful, we can do that. All right. Cool. That is the show. Thank you guys for watching. Lee, let them know where they can find you, sir.
Find me on Twitter @_Lee Escobedo. Also, subscribe to the KOT Substack. It is the KOTshow.substack.com. Brand new article on how we might have a new future Knicks coach already on the sidelines. Who it is, because we do have 25 coaches. Which one of them is? It could be the next Knicks head coach. This was a mistake. This was a mistake that I think Leon Rose made when after what was his name? The guy John Bryant left to Cleveland. We didn't really have a young replacement. We might actually have that young replacement. So I wrote all about him and how his principles at the various jobs and coaching stops he's been on how he's incorporating that into the Knicks. And part of that is also the eye strings that he was known to use as a G League coach and a college coach. So check that out on the Substack. Thank you.
Absolutely. Ryan G, let me know where they can find you, sir.
You can find me on Twitter at RyanGKOT. You can also find me on Instagram at Sir G is Chillin'.
Sir G is chillin'.
That's SIR. G is CHILLIN.
All right. You can find us at the KOT Show on Twitter, the Knick of Time Show on Instagram, and the Knick of Time Show on Facebook as well. And this is a really good show. I could tell too. I'm watching like the view duration, and considering that we beat the freaking Wizards. And there was like a whatever home game. This was a really good, fun show, better than I expected. So shout out to you guys for having to be a great show. Shout out to our callers, Knicks Nation AC, and everybody else who supported us, man. We should appreciate you guys. All right. Also, we would like to have more people actually come up and speak their mind. I know it's a different format. People used to calling in or going to Discord, but if you want to chat, and you have something to say, we'll put the link in the screen and have you come up. All right, yo. That is the show. Thank you guys for watching. And as always,
shout out the Worldwide West. Everywhere we go, we leave a worldwide mess.
The mess out here in these Knicks streets. That's the show. We out of here.
Peace.
New York, big city of dreams. New York, big city of dreams.